Hello and welcome, everybody. I think we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm excited to hear about today's presentation. Ryan, I'm going to turn it over to you, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say.
Hey, thanks so much for having me and glad to be here today. So I have the distinct pleasure of doing an overview of our Attain program, which if you're not aware of it, you're in for a great treat. And if you are already aware of it, feel free to add some awesome commentary into the comment section. So the Attain program is something that is available to anybody that is enrolled in the medical plan for your group. So basically, employees, dependents, and spouses over the age of 18 are all welcome to participate in the Attain program. The catalyst is just that you've got to obviously be enrolled in the city's plan to participate in Attain. Getting started is super easy, and feel free to follow along with me if you would like. So the quickest way is you're going to want to download the app, right? And I'll preface this by saying we are actually adding our Google Play Attain app on, what is it, Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday, where we're actually uploading it into the system. So if you are an Android user, we were hoping to have it done by the time we actually connected with you, but we found a couple of last minute improvements to make on the app. You only get one chance to make it right. So we elected to do that. So you'll unfortunately have to wait the weekend, but it will be out. It will be out before April 1st is our guarantee. So I think we're taking it right to the wire. But for those Apple users, there's two ways you can download the app. First, you can either text us, so text Attain app to 37046. We'll respond right back to you and give you a link to download. Or you can just open up the App Store and search Attain by Aetna. Either way takes you to the same place. If you've never downloaded Attain before, this little cloud that you see here will just show download. So you'll just download it to your phone. And then for our Google Play friends, once that is live, you'll follow a similar process. So either go to the Google Play Store and search for it, or you can text us and we'll give you the link. So next step, once you've downloaded it, is it's going to ask you for a username and password. That's how we know who you are, right? So the username and password are shared with the rest of Aetna. So if you today, pull your claims online, you've got the Aetna Health app that you use to check, for providers or claims or whatever it is, use those same credentials here. So you'll plug in that same username and password here. That's how we'll know who you are and let you in. If you have dependents that want to participate in this program, make sure they're using their own credentials. Don't give them your username and password. Otherwise, it'll lock out your account because it'll think you're trying to create multiple profiles for one person, right? So just my little tidbit there. But once you're done, you're going to click sign in. If you have never signed up, don't worry, it happens. There's lots of people like us out there, right? Or like you, I should say I have an account, but you know what I mean? You just click register an account, and you can either register with your social security number or the ID number that's on your card. The ID number starts with a W. It's like W123456, et cetera. That's your ID number. Either use that or your social. Either one is fine. And it'll take you through the prompts, create your username, enter in your password, et cetera. Once you've done that, it is going to bring you to program consent. We want to make sure you kind of understand the program before you go any deeper. Please feel free to read this. It's a lot, but it will kind of really reassure you. Attain never sells your information under any circumstances. The information that we collect in Attain is all HIPAA compliant. We also make sure that the information is never identifiable on an individual level. So anything you do here is not reported individually back to your employer, which I think is really important, right? So, the information there is safe, it's secure, and it's used for the purposes of powering Attain. So once you get through program consent, you're going to come to this screen right here. Um, so for this, you're basically going to get to choose, right, between two different pathways if you're an Apple user. Pathway one is the ability to get a new Apple Watch from us. So if you click that button, it's going to take you into a store. You can select the Apple Watch of your choice. You either will take the SE model, which is the one that we sponsor, or you have the option to buy up to a Series 7 or a different configuration if you would like. And then it'll let you know how much you owe at time of checkout, if you decide to upgrade, et cetera. All of that is in the store. And then you'll complete your information, we'll ship it to you, you'll pair it to your phone, and then the program will begin working after you receive it. The other option is if you already have an Apple Watch today, the second option there, use your own Apple Watch. We'll use whatever version of the watch that you have today, Series 1 through 7. They all work here. And you don't lose anything bringing your own watch. You actually earn gift card rewards that are equivalent to the Apple Watch, but to popular retailers like Amazon, Target, Walmart, Home Depot, Starbucks, etc. And they're all digital gift cards that you actually redeem within Attain. So both pathways take you to the same place, same Attain experience, just depends on which one you want to go down. For our Android folks, there will at least initially be the option to bring your own Fitbit. So any Fitbit is going to work with Android, and you will be able to earn $300 in gift cards over 24 months. Okay, so that's how to get started in 4 easy steps. And be great if my mouse would work. So as I talked about, you have 2 different options, right? You can use your own Apple Watch or Fitbit. Any Fitbit device will work. Any supported Apple Watch will work, depending on what platform you have. You earn up to $300 in gift cards over 24 months. You redeem them whenever you want. So the points don't expire. So if you want to get a $5 Starbucks gift card every single month, you can, or you can save it up to get a larger gift card if maybe you want to do a Target run, right? Again, you're in charge of your points and you can redeem them immediately. I use mine for Target. I usually redeem it in the parking lot. That's how quick it is, because it's just a digital gift card, just generates it and you're good to go. So that's the use your own Apple Watch or Fitbit. The get a new Apple Watch option, as I mentioned, you will go into a storefront. It will have dozens and dozens of different combinations of devices that you can choose from. And you really, the goal is to have you pick whichever one speaks best to you, right? So the way that the program is structured is we're going to ship you the watch up front, and you can earn it you can earn it in full over 24 months just by meeting your activity goals. All you're going to owe up front if you don't upgrade is $15 and your applicable local sales tax. And you will put a credit card on file, and that credit card is charged for the $15 in local sales tax, right? But it also gets charged at the end of the month if you don't have enough points. But as long as you earn 11,000 points, which you can earn solely from meeting your activity goals, you will pay nothing. So at the end of each month, as long as you have 11,000 points, Aetna pays the entire balance for you for that month. You see 0 card charge. It's not a reimbursement model. Basically, at the end of the month, we pay it if you've got 11,000 points, or as you can kind of see down here as well, we also pay a portion of it. So we'll pay the majority of it, we'll pay the minority of it, just depending on how many points you've earned. But that whole process is done on a monthly basis. And so it provides a great opportunity to get a device up front, and then, have it covered just by meeting your goals.
Ryan, we have 2 questions in the chat real quick.
Sure.
Carla wants to know, can we use a Fitbit even if we have an iPhone?
Not yet. We are working on expanding that compatibility. So more to come there. But
Okay.
that is on our roadmap.
Excellent. And is there a certain time the points are deducted each month for the watch? Is there a certain time each month?
Yeah. it generally is around the 7th of the month of the following month, right? So you have all of, let's say, you had all of March to meet your goals, right? Around April 7th is when it will do the sweep, and it will look for how many points you earned in that period. As long as it's 11,000, Aetna automatically makes the payment for you. If it's less than that, then it's a split, or you'll see the entire card charge. So keep them coming. If you guys have any additional questions, I'll definitely answer them as we go. Okay, so there are 3 different types of health engagement in the application that you will engage with. There is the activity portion that we talked about. It is personalized based on your demographics. So it's going to pull that information in or prompt you for it when you first join, and it will use that information to adjudicate your daily goal. And then your activity is automatically tracked by the Apple Watch. So as long as you're wearing that watch, that information will feed over to Attain. So it really is very easy. Like it's not rigid, right? It's not saying you have to do these workouts to get credit. You have to walk this amount of steps. It's a calorie goal, and it's all about burning calories a certain amount of days per week. And that amount of days fluctuates depending on your activity level. But it's really all about kind of giving you flexibility to be active however you want. You can either hit your goal all at once, or you can do it throughout the day. So again, think about it as it's our goal to help you be active. We're trying not to make it so rigid that it's only a certain type of activity that you have to do, right? It's much more open-ended. And that's part of the reason why members like it so much. There are also actions in the program where you earn extra points. So it's a great way to earn extra points and also stay on top of your health, your different, health experiences, right? Everyday health, you'll get 1 to 3 of those every day. They are fun, right? They're either a challenge to complete, an educational card to read, or something to do. And they are around sleep, nutrition, mindfulness, stress management, those kind of areas. You won't see the same message over and over again. There's 1,200 pieces of content. So there's a lot before you'll ever see a message again. And then the key health moments are there to really support you if something is detected with the Apple Watch sensors, or soon to be the Fitbit sensors, right? As well as our claim system. So for instance, if we notice that you haven't gotten a wellness exam, we're going to prompt you in Attain and remind you to get a wellness exam, and then reward you for completing it, right? And so it has both the claim system as well as the sensor information. So it's think of it like it's an activity-based app. It's also helping you with, sleep and nutrition, all of that, plus the claim side of it too. So there's a lot of different actions, and you get rewarded for all of them.
Excellent. There was a question
All
in the
right.
chat, and Katie jumped
Yeah.
in and answered it. So Jennifer asked, is there a step to
Love that.
connect your watch to the app? And Katie said, once your watch is connected to the phone, it should automatically connect, but you might have to allow Apple Health to share data with Attain and Attain settings, but it should automatically connect.
Yep, Katie's totally right. Yeah, so it's very seamless on both devices. Once you add them, it just, they just have to be paired to the phone, and then it works pretty seamlessly from there. Awesome. So I won't read you every stat on here, but essentially our members love Attain, right? We've been around for almost 3 years now, so we're not brand new, but very high satisfaction rates. Our users routinely tell us that the app is making them healthier, and 78% of our users actually access Attain every single week. So it becomes a big part of of your habit, right? Because it's fun, you earn extra points, and it's positive, right? And so, you're not going into something that's untested or unknown. There's a lot of other users in there with you, and we've got a lot of fans. The last kind of thing is that if you have not updated your email preferences, it's super important that you do, so that we can send you the different campaigns around Attain. your monthly report card, all the other things that kind of help you with how you're doing. So if you have never put an email address in on the Attain, on the Aetna site, or maybe you opted out of getting emails a long time ago, it's always good to kind of brush up on it. So if you go to Aetna.com and then click members, right, log in with your credentials, and then when you see profile and preferences, you're going to see a paperless or go paperless, right? So when you click go paperless, if you don't have an email address in there right now, make sure you add one. If it's a dated email address, you don't lose anymore, update it, etc. But make sure there's a good email address in there where our stuff can be emailed to. So that way you're getting all of the different value of the program. And then you're going to make sure you click yes when it asks you if you'd like emails from us. And then you're good to go. So that's just the one other piece to make sure that you do there. All right, if for whatever reason you need help, our public site, attainbyetna.com, is a great resource for that. You also can request help on the settings tab within your app, either phone or email. And then we also have dedicated Attain customer support, which is here Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time. So we are here to help in whatever way that we can with this.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
That is
Ryan.
our presentation. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I didn't mean to jump in there. I'm excited to hear all this great information. As an Android user, I'm super excited about Fitbit and getting that set up. I put the evaluation form in the chat. Make sure you fill that out. Every time you attend a session or complete that form, you get another entry into the drawing. So make sure you do that. And I think, Ryan, if it's okay, we'll hang out for a little bit if people have more questions.
Yep, absolutely.